Hi everyone, this is Louisa, the Eat Right Chef. Welcome to my video series on the myths surrounding healthy eating. In the last 2 episodes, I talked about the myth that cooking healthy dishes is extremely time-consuming and tricky and difficult. Well, I hope that those episodes have made you feel a little bit easier about starting to cook for yourself. If that's not enough to convince you, well, I hope this episode will, because in this episode, I'm going to talk about the benefits that you will get when you start to cook healthy dishes at home. You might be familiar with some of the arguments, but I promise you that there will be some surprises that you will hear. So pay attention. The first point I want to mention is that cooking is actually an act of self-love. Ever thought about it this way? Well, renowned doctor for women's health, Dr. Christian Northrup, has said, "It is such a radical act to love yourself, to feed yourself well." And famous author Virginia Woolf has once written, "One cannot think well, love well, sleep well, if one has not dined well." When you cook and eat food that is nourishing for your body, it is in fact one of the greatest acts of self-love. Oftentimes we are so busy with our daily activities and with our work or with taking care of other people that we have forgotten about taking care of ourselves. But when you actually take the time out and cook properly for yourself with very healthy ingredients, you are actually giving yourself the attention and the love that you deserve. The second point that I want to make is that cooking can make you healthier. Such an intuitive statement, isn't it? You must have heard of this saying by the ancient Greek father of medicine, Hippocrates. "Let food be thy medicine, and thy medicine be thy food." Well, choosing the right food literally heals your body and prevents diseases. But if you leave the choice of food to people outside of your home, you are increasing the chances of getting poisoned rather than being nourished and healed. It's time to take back your power and choose the right food for yourself instead of increasing the chances of getting sick in the long term because you are just letting whoever prepare the food for you and they don't care about the quality and the health aspects of your food. The third point may surprise you. Cooking can improve your mood. Yes, you heard it right. Why is that? That's because as much as 95% of our body's serotonin is made in the guts. And a low level of serotonin is responsible for certain mood disorders such as anxiety and depression. Now, when you learn to cook dishes that will heal the guts, you're not only going to get improvements in your physical health, but it will also improve your mental health and your mood. Number 4, cooking can put you into a sacred, mindful place that will help to reduce stress. Yes, cooking itself is a mindful activity that will take your mind off from any negative thinking pattern that you might have been engaged in. And those patterns can contribute to being stuck in a negative mood or depression. When you are cooking, you have to be mindful because, if your attention is somewhere, you might cut your hand or you may burn the food. So by focusing 100% on what you're doing when you're cooking, it allows you to be present. And when you experience this presence, your mind will relax and you will be free from stress. Of course, you might feel stressed about cooking itself, but once you have learned the skills and the technique of how to cook, then you will be doing it at ease, sometimes almost on autopilot, and it will become a fun thing to do. Number 5, cooking can help you lose weight. That's a big surprise, isn't it? Dr. Sharon Mellum, the author of the DNA Restart, has found through her experiments that we eat not only with our mouths, but with all our senses. So in her experiment, she found that during the process of cooking, our digestion already starts by the smell and the sight of food. And so by the time we sit down to eat our meal, we actually end up not eating as much because our senses are already satiated to some extent, so we end up eating less. Isn't that great? If you want to lose weight, well, get started with cooking. Number 6, cooking can save you money. We have talked about this topic in episode 1 and 2, and if you haven't watched them, I urge you to go back to them. Number 7, cooking is a channel for you to express your creativity. If you don't have any ways to express your creativity in your daily life, think of cooking as a channel for you to do that. It's amazing what you can do with a little piece of vegetable and work with the different colors and shape and sizes. And then you can create a nice piece of art on the plate. And the person who eats that, either you or you and your family, will be so glad because the eye appeal is so wonderful and the taste will make them happy. And as I mentioned earlier, digestion starts not with the mouth, but with our senses, with the sight and the smell, and everything counts. So when you create a beautiful dish, it's nourishing not only for the body, but for the soul. Evelyn Kushi, who taught and promoted macrobiotic cooking and founded one of the first natural food stores in America, has said, cooking is the only art form that we take into our bodies. Number 8, and this is the last benefit that I will mention today of knowing how to cook, is that cooking can connect people. The most powerful social media, it is not the internet, it is not Facebook, it is food, says Chef Alex Atala. When we share a meal with others, we foster a human connection, and there is literally healing effects from that. Studies have shown that when we share our meal with loved ones, it actually bolsters our health and our longevity. So if you know how to cook, you can create a wonderful space for your loved ones and give them nutritious food and improve everybody's health. And that is the best way to show your love and to receive it. Well, after hearing all these benefits of cooking, are you itching to get started? Well, perhaps you are still on the fence about getting into the kitchen because you have some unconscious fear of cooking. Whatever it is, I have good news for you. I am in the process of creating an online cooking course, and it's called Cooking with Love. And it's this love for the self that I mentioned earlier. And when you learn how to cook, you will be giving yourself the love that you deserve. And then you can also cook for your family or anyone you want and spread the love. What is special about my cooking course is that I will not only teach you the basic skills and technique of cooking, but I will also introduce a system of meal preparation so that even if you are very, very busy, there is still a way for you to find the time to cook, because the method that I will teach will include a special way of meal prep, so this will minimize the time you are going to spend in the kitchen, but the time will be very enjoyable nonetheless. And another unique feature of my course is that I will be teaching you how to choose the right ingredients for your unique body type, and that is based on your blood type and genetic attributes. If you are interested in enrolling, please sign up at the link below so that you will be notified as soon as it is launched. I hope to see you in my course very soon. Bye!